Good evening, and welcome to the Crypto Overnighter. I'm Nicodemus, and I will be your host as we take a look at the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. And remember, none of this is financial advice. And it's 10 p.m. Pacific on Friday, September 15th, 2023. Welcome back to the Crypto Overnighter, where we have no sponsors, no hidden agendas, and no BS. But we do have the news, so let's talk about that. First off, we take a look at the SEC's tightening grip on Binance US, unravel the legal quagmire ensnaring Celsius Network, and expose the political maneuvers around central bank digital currencies. We'll also dissect Senator Sherrod Brown's stern warning to crypto regulators and explore Vitalik Buterin's skepticism on Hong Kong's crypto landscape. Lastly, we'll discuss Bybit's stance on the upcoming financial regulations in the UK. The U.S. Securities Exchange Commission accused Binance US of not cooperating with its ongoing investigation. The SEC filed a lawsuit against Binance, leveling 13 charges against the platform. These charges include breaking U.S. securities laws and operating as an unregistered exchange. Binance US's holding company, BAM, produced only 220 documents during the discovery process, many of which were described as, quote, unintelligible screenshots and documents without dates or signatures. The SEC raised questions about Binance US's use of Ceffu, a wallet custody software service owned by Binance's international entity. According to a previous agreement, customer assets were supposed to be solely in BAM's custody and not shared with other Binance entities. However, the SEC argues Ceffu appears to have control over customer assets. Binance US has been accused of responding to the SEC's demands for relevant documents with blanket objections and refusing to produce documents that it claimed did not exist. The SEC also expressed apprehension regarding Binance US's use of Ceffu, which appeared to contravene a prior agreement aimed at preventing the diversion of assets overseas. Several Binance US executives, including the CEO, head of legal, and chief risk officer, have recently departed the company amidst 2 rounds of layoffs. The SEC's ongoing probe into Binance US is a glaring example on the exchange's operations and compliance measures. The SEC's focus on Ceffu, the wallet custody software, is particularly noteworthy. It raises questions about the integrity of asset custody in the crypto space, especially when international entities are involved. The SEC's skepticism isn't unfounded. The lack of transparency from Binance US, especially during an investigation, is a red flag. It's about trust. If Binance can't be transparent with a regulatory body, how can users trust them with their assets? The departure of key executives from Binance US adds another layer of uncertainty. It's not just a matter of corporate reshuffling. It's a sign of instability at a time when the company can least afford it. In a space that champions decentralization and autonomy, the SEC's actions serve as a reminder that regulatory oversight isn't going away. And for those who view such oversight with skepticism, this case serves as fuel to that sentiment. And the SEC isn't just knocking on Binance's door, it's knocking on the door of the entire crypto industry. And how Binance handles this will set a precedent, for better or worse. Now, if you think Binance's SEC woes spell chaos, hang on. Celsius Network's legal inferno makes it look like a tea party. One executive's guilty plea could set the stage for a seismic shakeup. But first, if you're enjoying this deep dive, hit that like button and subscribe to your daily dose of crypto clarity. Former Celsius Network executive Roni Cohen-Pavon pled guilty to multiple charges, including fraud and securities price manipulation. This plea was made in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York. Cohen-Pavon was the company's chief revenue officer and has previously faced an uncertain legal status due to his residency in Israel. His sentencing is scheduled for December 11, 2023. Alex Mashinsky, the CEO of Celsius, maintains his not guilty plea and is free on a $40 million bond. The charges against both stem from allegations of artificially inflating the price of Celsius's native token, CEL. Mashinsky allegedly earned approximately $42 million from these activities, while Cohen-Pavon is said to gain roughly $3.6 million. U.S. authorities have also frozen some of Mashinsky's assets, including specific bank accounts and a property located in Austin, Texas. Celsius Network has also resolved a mining dispute with Core Scientific through a $45 million deal. This comes amid Celsius's ongoing bankruptcy proceedings, which were initiated in July 2022. A proposed settlement plan is set to undergo review by a bankruptcy judge in October. The guilty plea is a significant development that adds another layer of complexity to the already convoluted legal battles surrounding Celsius Network. It's not just about one executive's fall from grace. Instead, it's a symptom of a much larger issue that plagues the crypto industry: lack of regulatory oversight and accountability. The $45 million deal with Core Scientific is intriguing. On the surface, it looks like a lifeline, a way for Celsius to keep its operations afloat amid bankruptcy. But one has to wonder, is this a genuine attempt at resolution, or is it a smokescreen to divert attention from the ongoing legal battles? In the end, the Celsius case suggests the crypto industry is still very much in the Wild West, where the lack of regulation can lead to significant risks for investors. And for those who may be skeptical of centralized platforms, this case just adds more fuel to the fire. After hearing about Celsius, you might think decentralization is the answer, but governments worldwide are looking to rein you in with central bank digital currencies. But before we get into it, make sure you've enabled notifications to stay ahead of the curve. 3 central banks are beta testing a central bank digital currency interoperability project, according to SWIFT. The project aims to develop CBDCs for cross-border payments. The Hong Kong Monetary Authority and the Central Bank of Kazakhstan are set to integrate these solutions into their digital asset infrastructure. SWIFT confirmed that 18 global financial institutions are participating in the project, including the Royal Bank of Canada, the Banque de France, and the Monetary Authority of Singapore. In the U.S., lawmakers are debating the merits and drawbacks of CBDCs. The GOP has even introduced bills aimed at banning CBDCs, citing concerns over government surveillance and the erosion of privacy. Privacy issues have also been a focal point in congressional hearings, with lawmakers questioning how CBDCs could affect individual freedoms. SWIFT's move into CBDCs is a calculated gamble. They're not just testing the waters, they're diving in headfirst. Why? Well, because they know the stakes. CBDCs aren't just a fad. In my estimation, CBDCs are going to be with us a very long time, probably forever. SWIFT knows this, and SWIFT wants in on the action. But let's not forget, this isn't just about technology or innovation. This is about power. The power to control money, to control data, and ultimately, to control people. In the US, the debate over CBDCs is heating up. The GOP is pushing back hard, and privacy is a big part of their argument. And they're not wrong. The introduction of a CBDC could give the government unprecedented surveillance capabilities. But here's the kicker. While the US just stands around with its hands in its pockets, other countries are moving ahead. Hong Kong, Kazakhstan, even France, they're not waiting for permission, they're forging ahead, and in doing so, they're setting the rules of the game. So where does this leave us? On the cusp of a new financial era, one that could redefine the very concept of money and who controls it. It's a high-stakes game, and SWIFT is all in. But as we've seen in the US, not everyone is ready to ante up. The question is, can we afford to sit this game out? The CBDC debate in the US has lawmakers in a frenzy. Speaking of lawmakers, Senator Sherrod Brown has a stern warning for crypto regulators. Stick around, and while you're at it, why not share this episode? Get your friends in the know. U.S. Senator Sherrod Brown is the Democratic chairman of the Senate Banking Committee. The senator issued a directive to regulators. He's urging them to use their existing authority over digital assets to improve market transparency and to protect investors. Brown sent a letter to the heads of the Treasury Department, the SEC, and the CFTC. He's asking these agencies to assess their current powers and to evaluate how to build on existing disclosure guardrails to target deficiencies in digital asset tokens and platforms. Brown contends that the crypto industry won't police itself and criticizes the industry for resisting real transparency. He's also praised the SEC's enforcement crackdown on crypto. Brown holds significant power over the future of crypto legislation. He told federal agencies to use their existing authority to go after bad actors in the crypto industry. Both the House Financial Services Committee and the House Ag Committee have advanced bills to overhaul crypto market regulation. These bills are up for a vote in the full House, and if passed, will go to the Senate. SEC Chair Gary Gensler believes the existing securities laws are sufficient for regulating crypto. Brown's call to action is a clear signal that the Senate is not sitting idle on the crypto issue. It's a warning shot, not just to the crypto industry, but also to the regulatory bodies. The Senate Banking Committee chairman is essentially saying, you have the tools, now use them. This is not a friendly gesture towards the crypto industry, to be sure. Brown's words make it clear. The government is watching closely and is ready to act. What's even more telling is Brown's lack of faith in the crypto industry's ability to self-regulate. This is a sentiment that resonates with the general distrust towards the crypto industry from the lawmakers. It's a call for stringent oversight, and it's coming from one of the most powerful people in the Senate. Brown's message is clear. The crypto industry's days of operating in a regulatory gray area are numbered. Brown's comments reinforcing Gensler's stance that existing securities laws suffice for crypto regulation demonstrate a lack of clarity on the situation. While Brown claims that there is a sufficient legal framework, what actually happens is it leaves the crypto industry vulnerable to sudden enforcement actions. This is not the kind of stability that fosters innovation or consumer confidence. From U.S. Senate chambers to Hong Kong skyscrapers, crypto is stirring debate. Ethereum founder Vitalik Buterin has his own reservations about Hong Kong's crypto scene. You won't want to miss this. Vitalik Buterin expressed concerns about Hong Kong's recent crypto-friendly moves. He questioned the stability and longevity of the new stance. Hong Kong has recently issued inaugural licenses for retail crypto trading to Hashkey Exchange and OSL. These licenses were granted after the city's Securities and Futures Commission began accepting applications in June. The SFC also flagged JPEX, a crypto exchange, for not having the required license and for other suspicious features. JPEX responded by questioning the SFC's commitment to a crypto-friendly environment and announced adjustments to its business practices. Hong Kong lawmaker Johnny Ng responded to Buterin's concerns, stating that Buterin did not fully understand the situation in Hong Kong. He invited Buterin to come to Hong Kong to get a better understanding. Hong Kong had established a Web3 task force and aims to provide a more secure environment for both crypto companies and investors. However, the overarching crackdown on crypto in mainland China casts a shadow of uncertainty over Hong Kong's crypto-friendly moves. As I see it, Buterin's skepticism isn't entirely unfounded. Hong Kong's proximity and political ties to mainland China make its crypto-friendly stance a bit of a tightrope walk. The SFC's actions against JPEX shows that Hong Kong won't compromise on regulation. Now, there's two sides to that. It assures quality control. It also raises questions about how friendly this environment truly is. Johnny Ng's response to Buterin is a classical political move, inviting dialogue while subtly dismissing the concerns raised. It's a tactic designed to reassure the crypto community while not directly addressing the issues at hand. But let's not forget, Hong Kong is under China's one country, two systems policy. This means that it has some autonomy, but it's not entirely free from Beijing's influence, which has been anything but crypto-friendly. If you're thinking about diving into Hong Kong's crypto market, proceed with caution. The regulatory environment is still evolving, and the looming shadow of mainland China's policies could bring unexpected changes. It's a gamble, and like all gambles, it comes with risks. But then again, isn't that kind of what crypto is all about? Caution is the word of the day, but not for Bybit. They're facing the UK's new rules head on. Let's take a look, and if you haven't yet, tap that subscribe button for more crypto insights. Bybit has recently been the subject of rumors suggesting that the company was planning to exit the UK market. These rumors were fueled by the upcoming financial regulations in the UK, set to take effect on October 8, 2023. The new rules aim to bring transparency and accuracy to the marketing of crypto products and to introduce measures such as a cooling-off period for first-time investors. Bybit has officially denied these rumors. The company released statements on social media and through its CEO, Ben Zhao, affirming its commitment to the UK market. Zhao stated that the company is in talks with UK regulators to find a mutually agreeable solution. The Financial Conduct Authority is the UK's financial regulatory body. The FCA has been in contact with major players in the crypto world, including Bybit, OKX, and Binance. The new regulations will challenge the long-practiced method of reverse solicitation, where exchanges could serve UK customers. Despite these challenges, Bybit is actively exploring avenues to maintain compliance with UK regulations. The company is engaged in consultations, partnerships, and potential collaborations with local UK businesses. Several other major firms, like PayPal and Luno, have announced temporary solutions of their UK services, while Bybit is negotiating the path forward. Unsurprisingly, the crypto community has been buzzing with speculation about Bybit's future in the UK, especially given the strict regulations that are about to roll out. But Bybit is actively engaging with regulators. This is a company that understands the importance of compliance, but isn't willing to back down from a market that sees it as crucial for the advancement of crypto and blockchain technologies. The FCA's new rules are something of a mixed bag. On one hand, they aim to protect consumers. On the other, they could stifle innovation and make the UK a less attractive market for crypto companies. Bybit's decision to stay and negotiate shows a level of maturity and responsibility that should be noted. They're not running away from regulation. They're embracing it as a part of doing business. And in a world where regulatory compliance can make or break a crypto company, Bybit's approach could well be a blueprint for others to follow. So what does this mean for the community? It means that we have a major player in the crypto exchange market that's not willing to bow down to regulatory pressure without a fight. And if Bybit can successfully navigate these regulatory waters, it could set a precedent for other companies facing similar challenges. Big picture, this is about setting the tone for how crypto businesses can operate in a regulated environment, and that's something worth paying attention to. So, what happened? Binance US is under severe scrutiny from the SEC, facing multiple charges and experiencing a high-profile exit of key executives. Regulatory compliance and asset custody are the core issues at hand. A former Celsius Network executive has pled guilty to fraud, and the CEO is in legal hot water. This unfolds amidst the company's ongoing bankruptcy procedures and a settled mining dispute. As the US debates over central bank digital currencies, other countries like Hong Kong and Kazakhstan are taking the lead. This could potentially shift the global financial power dynamics. Senator Sherrod Brown is urging federal agencies to clamp down on the crypto market, indicating the government's readiness for a regulatory crackdown. Ethereum's founder, Vitalik Buterin, is skeptical about Hong Kong's crypto-friendly moves, especially considering mainland China's less-than-friendly stance on crypto. Finally, Bybit is refuting rumors that it's leaving the UK market, choosing instead to face upcoming financial regulations head-on. And that's going to do it for us tonight. I want to thank you, my listeners, because when you stop listening, I will stop talking. If you enjoyed tonight's show, then please like, follow, subscribe, leave a rating, or maybe a review. And in the meantime, we'll see you tomorrow night.